Laws of indices. Laws of indices. The first law, a raised to m into a raised to n is equal to a raised to m plus n. Here we can see that the base a is same in both and they are in product. Hence we can add the indices. Let us understand this through an example. 2 raised to 3 into 2 raised to 4 will give us 2 raised to 3 plus 4, which is equal to 2 raised to 7. Here we can see that the base, common base is 2. One more example. 5 raised to 3 into 5 raised to minus 2. Here again the base is same, that is 5. So we add the powers, that is 3 plus minus 2, which will give us 5 raised to 1, and the final answer is 5. One more example. Here we are taking a combination of two different bases. You can see two numbers are in yellow and two numbers are in black. All four are in product. So we will group them according to the same base. 3 raised to 3 and 3 raised to 2 have common base 3. Hence that will give us 3 raised to 3 plus 2. Similarly, 2 raised to 2 into 2 raised to 7 has the common base 2, which will give us 2 raised to 2 plus 7. Hence, the final answer will be 3 raised to 5 into 2 raised to 9. So, in such type of sums, we will group the common bases and then add the power. Let us see an example for fractions. Here also, I have distinguished them by yellow and black. You can see the ones in yellow is 2 upon 3 is the common base, 2 upon 3 raised to 4 into 2 upon 3 raised to 6, both yellow, will give us 2 upon 3 raised to 4 plus 6. Similarly, check the black ones. They have the base 5 upon 3 raised to 7 and 5 upon 3 raised to minus 2, which will give us 5 upon 3 raised to 7 minus 2. Hence, our final answer will be 2 upon 3 raised to 10, the one which is in yellow, and the one in black, that is into 5 upon 3 raised to 5. Let us see one more example, the last one. Here again, similarly, I have distinguished yellow and black with the same base. 5 raised to 3 into 5 raised to x is yellow, which will give us 5 raised to 3 plus x. And similarly, the one in black, if you see, 3 raised to 2 into 3 raised to 5 will give us 3 raised to 2 plus 5. Hence, the final answer will be 5 raised to 3 plus x into 2 raised to 7. Second law of indices, that is the law of division. A raised to m upon a raised to n is equal to a raised to m minus n. Here we can see that a raised to m and a raised to n are in division. Let us understand this with an example. When bases are same and the two expressions are in division, we subtract the power in numerator. Here we can see that 7 raised to 5 upon 7 raised to 2. Bases are same and they are in division. Hence we get 7 raised to 5 minus 2, that is equal to 7 raised to 3. What do we do if we have power in denominator greater? That is 13 raised to 4 upon 13 raised to 7. Exactly the same way, the way we did in the first one, 13 raised to 4 minus 7. That will give us 13 raised to minus 3. How to deal with negative powers? We will be seeing when we reach that law of indices. So we will be clarifying that when I explain a raised to minus n law. Example 3. 2 raised to x upon 2 raised to 4. Again the same way. Bases are same. They are in division. Hence subtraction in numerator. That is 2 raised to x minus 4. Let us see for a fraction. An example for fraction. How do we deal with that? Here we can see that 3 upon 5 raised to 6 divided by 3 upon 5 raised to 4. Here bases are same, that is 3 upon 5, Hence, we will subtract the power, that is 3 upon 5 raised to 6 minus 4, that is equal to 3 upon 5 square. If you have to simplify further, the answer will be 9 upon 25. Third law of indices. This law is known as power of power. Here we can see that a raised to m, entire raised to n will give us a raised to m into n, that is a raised to mn. Means when you have power of power, both the powers are multiplied. Let us understand through various example. Example number 1, that is 2 raised to 3 whole raised to 4 will give us 2 raised to 3 into 4, that is 2 raised to 12. Next example, here 3 raised to 2 raised to minus 4. Here we can see the power of power is minus 4. Hence 3 raised to 2 multiplied by minus 4, that will give us 3 raised to minus 8. Next example, here little bit complex we are taking. 243 raised to minus 3 upon 5. First what we will do is factorize 243 and express in terms of indices. That is 3 raised to 5. 243 is 3 raised to 5 into minus 3 upon 5. That 5 and 5 will get cancelled, which will give us 3 raised to minus 3. Again, as we have seen that how to deal with negative indices, we'll be seeing in further when we learn that law. Next example, little bit still complex. 64 upon 25 raised to 3 by 2. Here you can see that 64 is 8 square and 25 is 5 square. So 65 upon 25 will be 8 upon 5 square whole raised to 3 by 2. Now this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. Hence, what will remain? 8 upon 5 whole the cube. You can simplify this further if required or if asked. Let us see the next example. Okay, here we can see that 11 raised to 12 upon 1 to 2 1 raised to 3. Now first what we will do, we know that 1 2 2 1 is 11 square. So first we will convert 1221 into 11 square. Now we know that power of power, it will get multiplied. Numerator will remain same, that is 11 raised to 12, and in denominator 2 3s are 6, so 11 raised to 6. Now we will use the division law of indices. So 11 raised to 12 minus 6 will give us 11 raised to 6. So now we can integrate more than one laws and find the final answer or simplify. The last example, x raised to b upon x raised to c whole raised to a. Now we know that for division, x raised to b upon x raised to c will give us x raised to b minus c. Now we will use the power of power and multiply b minus c with a to get the final answer as x raised to ba minus x raised to ca. Law 4. Now this is AB raised to n is equal to A raised to n into B raised to n. So whatever indices are out of the bracket, that is been distributed amongst the terms inside the bracket. Let us understand this through an example. 14 square. Now we know 14 is 7 twos. So 7 into 2 whole raised to square will give us 7 square into 2 square. One more example, little bit different than the first one. 12 cube. 12 is what? 3 fours are. So 3 into 4 cube. But we know that 4, if I have to prime factorize, 4 will be 2 square. So 12 will give us 3 into 2 square whole the cube. Now this cube we will distribute amongst both the terms in the bracket. That will give us 3 cube into 2 square whole the cube. Finally, which will give us 3 cube into 2 raised to 6. So this is how we can distribute. Now fifth law. It is similar to the fourth. Fourth was for product. This is for division. A upon B raised to n will give us A raised to n and B raised to n. Let us understand this through an example. 16 upon 81 raised to 3 upon 4. As seen prior, we will first prime factorize 16 and 81. 16 will give us 2 raised to 4 and 81 will give us 3 raised to 4. Whole raised to 3 upon 4 was already there. Power of power will get multiplied. Hence 4 and 4 will get cancelled in numerator as well as in denominator. After cancellation, what we will get? We will get 2 cube upon 3 cube. If you are asked, you can still simplify further. You can multiply and find the final answer. Next example. Okay. Now, always remember, if you are not comfortable with decimals, first convert it into fraction. Here as I have shown, if it is 0.008 whole raised to 2 upon 3, as per the fraction, if I remove the decimals, it will give us 8 upon 1000 raised to 2 by 3. Now 8 is actually 2 cube, 10 cube is 1000. So 2 cube into 2 by 3, 10 cube into 2 by 3, where 3 and 3 will get cancelled in numerator as well as denominator, which will give us 2 square upon 10 square. That will be 2 upon 10 square, which will actually give us 4 upon 100. Now again converting it back to decimal, we will get 0.04. Sixth law of indices. A raised to minus n is equal to 1 upon a raised to n. Whenever the power is negative, take the reciprocal to make the power positive. We have seen this in the earlier places where we were getting power negative. Let us understand this through an example. Suppose 216 raised to minus 2 upon 3. We know that 216 is cube of 6. Hence 6 cube raised to minus 2 upon 3, where 3 and 3 will get cancelled, and we will get 6 raised to minus 2, which will give us 1 upon 6 raised to 2, which will be equal to 1 upon 36. Let us take one more example to understand this. Here we have 243 raised to minus 3 by 5. 243 is actually 3 raised to 5. Hence 3 raised to 5 raised to minus 3 by 5. Using the law of power by power, due to multiplication, this 5 and 5 will get cancelled. Hence we will get 3 raised to minus 3, which in turn as per the law will give us 1 upon 3 raised to 3, which is equal to 1 upon 27. Now let us see if the same law, how do we apply for fractions. This is the seventh law, that is a upon b raised to minus n is equal to b upon a raised to n. Means if we have power negative for a fraction, just take the reciprocal of the fraction to get the positive power. Here is an example for that. 2 upon 3 raised to minus 3 equal to 3 upon 2 raised to 3. You don't have to take the reciprocal of power. You have to take the reciprocal of the base. Be very careful at this point. One more example, the last example to understand the same. Okay, 64 upon 125 raised to minus 2 by 3. To make the power positive, first we will take the reciprocal of base, which will give us 125 upon 64. Now, 125 is 5 cube and 64 is 4 cube. Hence, we can say that 5 upon 4 whole the cube into 2 upon 3, where 3 and 3 will get cancel, which will give us 5 upon 4 square. and the final answer will be 25 upon 16. Thank you.